Hey everybody, it is Margaret. Welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. It's New Year's Eve. I feel a little tired. I say tired. That's not accurate. I feel a little can't always get my words out. So fair warning today. I didn't sleep well. And I had to get up crazy early to take my mom to the airport. She's been in town. So I thought I would come live because why not, right? I haven't been doing a whole lot of live videos. I haven't been doing a whole lot of videos. So if you're watching live, say hey in the chat. Hey, Chew, how are you? That rhymes. I thought I would come on and pack and ship my sales with you guys and just like have a little chit chat. Why not? It's been a bit and talk about what sold. I was going to just do a recording of like what has been selling lately, just to share. Like, I'm going to repeat myself clearly. I had to share the things I've been selling and what I've been getting. So I've had some pretty good sales this season. So I'm pretty happy about that. But let me say hello. So I'm going to be talking in the chat. Hi, Chew. Hi, Alvina. And hello, little Debbie. How are you guys doing today? What else? Don't you just love that? You're like, your brain goes, I always say, the train has left the station and I wasn't on it. So I'm going to share with you what all sold and let's just do it. So things are going to be a little maybe ditzy today. Okay, first thing that sold that I'm going to be shipping is this little Garfield. Let me see, what did he sell for? He sold for $19.99. So this is why when I tell you guys, I love grab bags and I love like bins of little toys and stuff. Like this is what I'm talking about. So this little Garfield, I can't remember. I mean, I probably got him either loose or in a grab bag, something like that. It's just a little Garfield, right? Certainly paid under $1 for it, and it sold for 20 bucks. So I love stuff like that. And they're just so much fun. I think probably the last video I did was a grab bag, and I found some good stuff in it. So can y'all hear me okay? I always get worried about that. So little Garfield, let me show you how I'm going to ship him. Where did I put my boxes? I got all the boxes ready so I wouldn't have to mess with climbing. The other day, so I had to get, here we go. Let's start with the TMI. Just get that out of the way. 2 weeks ago, I had to get 2 biopsies done. So that was fun. It wasn't that bad. I've had biopsies in the past, and I've had like a lumpectomy. Ladies, get yourselves checked out with the, the mammogram stuff. Anyway, so I had to get these biopsies. I swear there's a point. And they told me, like, don't lift anything over 10 pounds, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, I didn't think about it. I was shipping the other day, it was last week, and I have a lot of my boxes like up on a shelf up there. And so I just reached up to grab the boxes and like pulled something on the side and like had both of the biopsies here. I was like, oh no. It was such a pain. Anyway, all that to say, get your mammogram done. I'm glad I got it done before the new year, because then the your deductible starts over. Oh, anyway, all these grown-up things that you have to do, right? Yeah. But everything came back fine. And I knew it would, and they knew it would, and they were like, you just need to do it. Okay, let's just do it. Once you've had it done a few times, it was scary. I have a funny story though. So the first, let me show you how I shipped it, because that's probably why some of you might be here. So I just left it in the bag. And then so this is a 6x4x4 box. These are ones I got from Uline. eBay also has 6x4x4 if you get the shipping coupon. But their 6x4x4 is a little bigger. It's like 6 3/4 by, So it's a teensy bit bigger. And the reason that's important is if you're shipping something in a padded flat rate, they won't fit. But this one fits. And Uline is expensive, but sometimes I'm just like, whatever, just give it to me. And then I have like a card, and I love this. Like the card I throw in, says, snap and share. I'd love to see it. Write a leave a picture with your review, because on Etsy, can you do that on eBay too? But on Etsy you can. And so I went and looked at my latest reviews. I'm going to jump in the chat in a second. So I see you. A lot of my latest reviews on Etsy, people did take pictures and leave, the reviews. So I swear by it. I think it's great, because it just kind of reminds people, oh yeah, you know what? Let me do that. So that's nice. Where was I? Oh yeah, biopsies. Funny story. So the first time I had to get a biopsy done, I was really scared. It was before I was married, before I had kids. And so I asked my mom to go with me because they told me it was going to be, they told me like the needle's really big. They scared me anyway. They told me, oh, the needle's going to be really big, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, Mom, come with me to get this biopsy done and, hold my hand. So we get in there and I'm like looking this way at my mom and the doctor that's doing the biopsies on this side. And I'm looking at my mom and they tell you it's like a gun. It looks like a big gun with a big long needle and they deaden you and all that stuff. And they put it in. Sorry if you don't like medical stuff. And it like makes a popping sound because when they pull the sample, I go pop, pop, right? So I'm looking at my mom. The doctor pulls the gun out apparently, and my mom goes, "Oh my God!" I was like, "Mother, you're supposed to be here to make me feel better." Yeah, she didn't come with me this time. I was like, "I'm a big girl. I do by myself." That's a funny story. So definitely, yeah, it wasn't so bad. I tried not to think about it so I didn't get nervous. And then in the moment, yeah, of course, it was good. Okay, so let me say hey. Hi, Gardening with Nan. Nice to see you. And hello, Kathy. And oh, you need my help. Okay, just let me know. Message me or something. Where am I? I'm actually in Colorado, and this is Texas Gal Treasures, but I was in Texas for up until about a year ago. I moved to Colorado. So yeah. Hello, Bougie Bear. How are you? Good to see you. So yeah, Mom doesn't come. She was actually in town though. So that was nice because she came. Let me make sure I get the right label. She came for the holidays. So she was here about 2.5 weeks. I'm putting the info in for the label real quick. And I'm going to review it and I'm going to purchase it. And then I hope there's labels in the printer. And then what I do on here, I will put the person's initials like so. And then I will go because the printer's in the other room because I share with the kids. So it's in the other part of the basement. So there's that. Let's see. Oh, you live in Westminster. Oh yeah, not far. Actually, I mean, because Colorado is different. I mean, unless you're in the mountains, but it's just like everything's up and down 25 pretty much, I can imagine. Oh yeah. Well, it was not too bad. I felt pretty confident that it was okay. Because I've had, that stuff before, that was one thing. But then when I had the irregular mammogram, I'm sure it's scaring off a lot of people, whatever. When I had the irregular mammogram, and they wanted to go like have a follow-up for whatever, ultrasound, et cetera, she didn't and I'm an old pro at it now. She didn't take any images of my lymph nodes. And so she went, and when you go for that, they usually make sure the radiologist is there. She didn't take any images of my lymph nodes. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. No worries, right? And she even ended up saying that because then she came back in. This is the only time I got kind of scared. She came back in. She's like, lay back down. I got to get some images of your, some more images, whatever. She didn't tell me in the moment. And then later, when the radiologist came in, they were like, oh, yeah, we think it's fine, but we're going to go ahead and biopsy just to be sure, have a baseline or whatever. And so she had to come back in and get lymph node images as well. So I was like, why are you going back in? What's going on? But they can't tell you anything. But yeah, that's what and afterwards they said, yeah, we don't think it's going to be anything, but okay. Yeah, okay. So now I need to go to the dentist. So I was pretty okay with everything. I hope this box is big enough. So this is an eBay box. Boop. I have an eBay store, so I know sometimes I'll get the question like, where do you get, why do you buy? Because you can buy them on eBay, but because I have the eBay store, which level do I have? Not the basic. I don't remember what they're called. Starter? No. I don't remember which one, but I get $50. So whichever that one is. And I just lost my train of thought again. I got like 4 hours of sleep, so work with me. Yeah, so I get ones that I think I'll use frequently. So the next thing that sold, this is a Lego IKEA collab. So at IKEA, they sell Legos, and this is like a box, right? And they're different sizes and stuff. And I bought quite a few because I thought, oh, they might be scarce. Oh, no, this box is not going to do the trick. Well, we're going to box this one up later because I've got a bunch of boxes in the garage. And I will just save that box for later. Okay. Oh, here we go. Now, what was I saying? Thank goodness I'm live. Y'all can remind me. What was I saying? Well, I'll come back to it when I remember. I just, like I said, I didn't sleep very much last night. I stayed up late because just because. And I was watching some like reels and videos to make me like just try to relax. And I ended up staying up way too late doing that. And then I had to wake up at like 5:30 in the morning to get up and get my mom out the door for the airport. So yeah. Anyway, so let me come back in the chat real quick. So, Westminster. Oh, you're in Roanoke. Oh, nice. I hear nice things about Roanoke. If you haven't visited Red, White, and Blue thrift stores in Denver, I haven't yet. Well, I've been to ARC and Goodwill, and we actually went to a different Goodwill in another town, Monument, because I heard it was nice, but it was okay. Hello, DuPage. Happy New Year. Yay. Let's see. All right. So nobody else remembers either, so I don't feel so bad. Okay, next. I have a ton of boxes in the garage, so I'll just have to box that up later. Now, why did I get this? Oh, yeah. So another thing that I picked up, these are from the brand Lovesac, and it's not what you think. It's a furniture company. So this is like their modular furniture couch pieces, and this goes over the end of the couch, and you can put your drink on it. And so I got 2 of those at the thrift store, and let's see. I think that one sold on eBay. The Garfield one sold on Etsy. So yeah, this one I took an offer on it for $20. I had it listed for maybe 35 or something, but I still have another one. I was like, whatever. I think I can use this box that I just had. So I'm just going to put it in like so, and I'm going to get more. It's going to be crinkly for just a second. So when you need to de-stress, what do you guys do? I like to hear other people's ways to de-stress. Oh, I have another funny story that goes with that. I need a notepad so I don't lose my train of thought again. Okay, so I'll tell you my 2 things and go into my funny story, and then I'll see what you guys do. So I like watching these videos. I'm going to shout out a channel, the one I can remember, because it's SB Mowing, and he's got another channel called SB Pressure Washing. And it's basically, he goes around to abandoned houses, lots, what have you, and will mow and pressure wash, and like before and after, like it's all sped up and things like that. There's another one I watched too where he works with the city for like people that have, they need the help and they can't. Anyway, I love watching those. And so that's what I was doing last night. I was sitting there just like, and sometimes it's already like double time speed. It's already really fast, but sometimes I even speed it up even more. So it's like, right? So yeah, I enjoy that a lot. It's just something in my brain enjoys that so much so I ordered a pressure washer we'll get into that later. But so the other thing is that there's this it's called Hemisync. And it's like these beta, theta, alpha, like different wavelengths. And you listen to these sounds and wah, 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 like binaural beat kind of thing. This is the funny thing. So the other day, yesterday morning, we went to the Denver Art Museum because there was a Maurice Sendak exhibit. We get in the car, and so I'm listening at night. You already are going to know where this is going, maybe. So the night before, I was listening to those binaural beats, and then we get up the next morning. We're getting ready. We have to go to the early because it's a timed entrance. We go get in the car. And we're pulling out of the driveway. I plugged my phone in so I can map it to the airport. And all of a sudden, we're hearing this like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what's that sound? And I'm like getting out of the car because I'm like, it's coming. I don't know where it's coming from. And I'm looking in the sky like it's an alien invasion. I'm like, it's happening. They've come. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Turn off the car. It finally stops. I'm like, okay, so maybe it's the engine. So I'm turning back on, like looking at the engine, like trying to figure out like where is this coming from? So I'm like, whatever. I can't hear anything from the engine. I don't know. It's not the tires because I'm not moving. Finally, so I turn it off again, and I'm like, because I turn off the radio to try to hear better, and it kind of goes away, but I don't click. It doesn't click. That's what made it turn off. So we start driving again. I'm like, okay, let me, because I need to hear the map, blah, blah, blah. I turn the sound back on. Like everybody in the car is like, that doesn't sound good. That's not a normal sound. And it's coming from the car somehow. And like, oh my gosh. So then again, like I turn the radio off because I think I'll just pull over. And I pulled over to the gas station, turned the car off, turned the radio off, and it stopped again. And that's when it hit me. I was like, oh my gosh. This is from Spotify, because when you start the car up and I plugged my phone in, it just automatically started up what I was listening to last. Good heavens. Yeah. So it wasn't an alien invasion. But I was like, oh, looking, I got out of the car. Honestly, I did it to make my mom laugh, but it's happening, Mom. It's happening. They've come for us. Yeah. So, okay. So let's see what you do yoga. Cool. Oh, you watch All Blades. What's that? I have to know what that is. All Blades? Oh, I need to know. To de-stress. Hey, Antique Agenda. I like to go dance. I want to go. When they have New Wave 80s night. Yeah. You need to open it for. That is a really smart idea. Because I'm the same. I'm like, wait, you want me to go out where? At what time? And I used to go out a lot and go dancing and stuff like that. 80s night would be fun. Okay, so now I'm weighing this. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hang on, I gotta start it over. Okay. Yeah. I used to enjoy that a lot. In Houston, there was a club. It's still open. Numbers. I can't believe it. Of all the things, like, it's still open. So many places come and go in Houston. The Numbers is still there. All right, so this is, let me put the initials on this one. Print. And like I said, I really hope the labels are in the printer. I think they are. Let's see. All Blades. All Blades. Is it All Blades? Is more mowers. Sometimes they do collabs together. Ooh. I'll have to find out. I'll have to look that one up. I introduced the mowing and the pressure washing to my son because he actually, we have for the PlayStation, it's a pressure washing simulator where you can go. And he was like, Mom, you just need to play this. Finally got me to play it. Yeah. And I liked it. So definitely cool. Let's see if I missed anybody before I move on. Happy New Year. Thank you. But as far as the pressure washer goes, I was thinking about doing just like a vloggy style. I couldn't decide if I wanted to put it on this channel or another one, and talking about how, I've been doing a lot of trying to like self-improvement. I don't know. I felt like I needed to roll my eyes when I said that, but I've been doing a lot of, trying. There's nothing wrong with self-improvement, right? Maybe everybody wants to improve themselves. So one of the things that I've been doing is kind of being a little more introspective about things I need to improve for my life. And I realized that one of the things that used to be a positive in my life, which is still positive, but can also turn into a negative, is that like uber independence and like not wanting to ask for help and it just everybody, because you like train people on how to treat you, right? Okay, next thing. This is it's Xerox typewriters is what it says on there. There, right? It says it on all the sides, and it's like a pen holder or something. So this uber independence has been great because that's just how I've been forever. This one sold for $18. So cool. But when it's time for like needing help, it's so hard for me to ask for help, and it's so hard for me to accept help. So for example, like when I did have like a little teeny breakdown, like after the biopsy, because I take care of, I've got 2 kids and my mom was here. So I was, taking care of her because her mobility is not fantastic. And so, and I think part of it was also the medication that they gave me, and they'd given me some stuff to kind of not painkillers, but stuff in there. And then they deadeners. And like, then she said, well, we're giving you this epinephrine too, to like constrict the blood vessels so it doesn't bleed so much. So anyway, I think the epinephrine was wearing off. And so when I got home, I was just like, oh, when is somebody going to take care of me? Yeah. Because I came home and it was just like, what's for lunch? So I didn't I wasn't blaming anybody because I was like, no, it's nobody's fault. I'm just having a little pity party. So my mom was like, just go sit down. I'm going to heat up your leftover soup or whatever it was. But I realized in that moment, sitting on the couch, watching my mom go heat up a bowl of soup for me, it was so hard for me just to sit there and have somebody like serve me and like do something for me. It was really hard. And so I'm like, I got to work on this. This is not good. This has gone too far to the uber independence, because I should be able to accept help, or ask for help. Yeah. So there's that. Oh, you want to clean up your eating habits? Me too. I've been doing better about it though. Pardon me. Let's see. You're going to be sharing a booth with your friend at Super Duper Garage Sale on Saturday the 18th. It's up in Longmont at the Boulder County Fairgrounds. Might be too far. Boulder's not that far. It's like an hour from me or something because I'm down Castle Rock area. And I know it's not that I laugh, but so many people limit themselves based on location. They don't want to drive anywhere. And I get it if you can't or you don't. But they're like, even in the homeschooling community, I just realized it didn't show you. I just put it in the 6x4x4 again. Where I'm like, I'll drive. I don't care. I'll go over to Parker or into Denver because it's fun. There's fun stuff to do over there. And some people are just like, that's 20 minutes away. I'm not going over there. Okay. But there's a lot of that. And I know like gas is expensive but you got one life. What are you going to do? You're going to sit over there in your house? I guess if that's what makes you happy, then do that. Okay. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Marketplace Boutique. Yeah. So I don't mind. And that's another thing I'm planning on doing. I think I shared this in another video. We went downtown. We've done a couple things in Denver because I grew up in Houston. So I'm used to like big city. I'm used to driving in the city. navigating all that. Houston does not have the most intuitive public transit system. I'll just say that. So we didn't do a whole lot with the public transit system there. Hang on. But in Austin, we did. But in Austin, there's only one light rail line in and out, right? And the buses were fairly okay to navigate. But here in Denver, there's like multiple lines and then the bus system and all that. And I think I did share this. I'm going to have the kids, we're going to go, practice and figure out, because we used to enjoy that in Austin so much. We would just get on the light rail and we knew at different stops, like, oh, if we stop here, it's like, Ranch 99 Market and Kinokuniya, we can go get sushi and all this. And if we stop at this one, we can go downtown and blah, 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 blah. So we did that for fun a lot. And so the kids have been wanting to do that. I've been wanting to do that here. And we went to see Christmas Carol here. It was fantastic. We went to the Nutcracker and then we did like a tour of behind the scenes because in Denver, all the theaters are like, boom, in this one little area. And so they had a behind the scenes of all the theaters and blah, blah, blah. So we went and did that. And then we were walking around part of downtown. And the kids were just like, we need to do this. There's so much cool stuff. Like, I know. When it's not 17 degrees outside, it's on. So I forget where I was going with that. But we're looking forward to that a lot. I forget, where was I going with that? This is why I need a notebook right now. Okay, so the next sale were these I got at a garage sale. And they were 3 little Alice in Wonderland tea tins, right? There's Alice on that side. And I think I got them all 3 for $1. And somebody bought it and then said, can you please include a note? So I already wrote the little handwritten note to her friend. That was a thank you note. So because I don't want these clanging into each other in the box, I'm going to roll them up in the tissue. So roll. Yeah, but I do. I feel like there's so much, and I'm trying to convince my mom of that too. She enjoys going around, and I'm like, you need to she has a walker for when we're here. And when we went to Canada and I had her come with us when we were at we're at Bouchard Gardens and it's beautiful. But I ended up getting her one of those mobility scooters. I rented one while we were there and she had so much fun and she didn't get tired. So I'm like, Mom, you just need to get one of those mobility scooters. Look at that. I forgot to put that in. I told you just need to get one of those to enjoy your life. Taking out that, putting in this. But that's, I don't know. I want people to have, I'm not judging. I just want people to enjoy their lives. And I think putting limits on certain things is like, you're limiting yourself. Let's just go have fun. Let's see. I think this one sold on Etsy. So here we go. This weighs 6 ounces. 1 sec. Let me get this done. So I'm hoping she takes my advice on that and gets a mobility scooter because they're going on a cruise. They usually enjoy cruises, but she's kind of like, I don't know, because it's getting harder. She's in her late 70s. So did I already hit print? I don't think so. Yeah, I just told her, don't worry about people judging you. If you need it to enjoy your life, then get it and do it. Because I already told her, like, I want us to go. She wants to go to Santa Fe because she really enjoyed the time when she went years ago. But my dad's kind of that guy that's like, I've already been there. There's nothing else I want to do there. So he doesn't really want to go again. So I told her, well, just come here and then we'll take a road trip because the kids and I wanted to go back to Taos. And on the way to Taos last time, because we just kind of did it as an aside, we always leave wiggle room in our road trips. And so we ended up taking like a different way than what we were going to do. And pardon, as we were driving towards Taos, we realized that there were all these like buried houses. And I was like, what is this? This is so weird. And they weren't just like a little neighborhood. They were super spread out. They all looked different. They were, buried. They were buried. partially and partially and they were just so bizarre looking. And so I was like, okay, we're changing plans. We like looped back around, and it's this place called Earthship Biotexture, and it's these homes that they build all of recycled material, bottles, tires, crazy looking houses. And then all like the water's used 3 times, one's for like cooking, and then for irrigation, and then for the, like the toilet system. And so everything is just like, it's incredible. And they had like one house you could walk through and all this. And it's way out there where it's super dark sky. So, and they have a couple that you can do Airbnb. So I told my mom, we'll go to Santa Fe and do all that stuff. And then we'll want to go back over there and do an Airbnb for a night or two. My kids like astronomy. So we've got a little telescope that we can bring with us and get out there and look at the stars. And it's crazy. It looks so cool. Let's see. I think you used your eBay tape on your Etsy sale. Yeah, I do. I've never had anybody complain about it. So I use what I got. And but I've done that for years, so it's no biggie. That's a good idea. That's what I tell her. I'm like, because she just, and I feel bad because I understand, like, it's just hard. And I don't like her getting so tired, and I don't want her limiting herself and not like enjoying, like, there's still life to be had, do it. I'm like, I'm sure your insurance will pay for at least part of it. So I have one more sale to box up, but I've got an Amazon box here. I wonder, everything's precarious on it right now. This box. I'm like, how hard would it be for me to get to it? Maybe I'll try. This is my pile of stuff I need to list. I mentioned it in one of my other videos that I found some Rothy's, and I don't sell shoes too much, but I found this pair and a turquoisey green pair at my local Goodwill for $8 a pair. And when I also bought those, I bought these. Look how fancy they are. Ooh, these are very fancy. I don't know the brand, but I just thought they're super fancy. I'm going to try to sell them. Anyway, so I bought those. Yeah, I'll box this other one up in a minute because I don't know what's all in that box. It's kind of piled. And I have a shirt, and this is like a jumpsuit. I forget. Underneath it's like a Top Gun, but I have it like that. And every time I keep thinking there's somebody there. Somebody's behind me. Yeah. Let's see. Etsy tape. I don't have Etsy tape. I don't know. I'm probably not going to buy any either because I have a bunch of eBay tape. So I'll use what I've got. I think that's pretty much it for the moment. I'll probably end up recording what's been selling lately because I have had some really good sales that I want to share. Just random stuff. And the thrift store has been really good. I think a lot of people are, because of Christmas and the holidays, they're like cleaning out. And I don't normally thrift for clothes, but I ended up yesterday spending like 3 hours looking at clothes for myself because I've been losing weight, and I'm like, I'm not cheap, and like I'll spend money on things like travel. I'm not cheap about stuff like that. But when it comes to like trying to buy new clothes for myself, or oh my gosh, it's such a ripoff. Some of these places are crazy how much they charge. So I ended up getting quite a few really nice things. I mean, cashmere, and I've been trying to focus on getting like things that are like good brands or good material, like things, cashmere, linen, things that are 100% cotton, just nice stuff. That way too, if I decide I don't really want it, I can flip it. But there was like a Neiman Marcus, it was Neiman Marcus, like shell and sweater, like the little undershirt and they were like this blue cashmere, and the sweater part still had the tag on it. And I was like, okay, this is coming home with me. So I did a bunch of that yesterday too, looking at the clothes and again, forgot where I was going with that. Yeah, I'm super cheap. I'm getting so angry. I don't know if it's that I'm getting older or I'm just getting so grumpy. Hello from Australia. Happy New Year. It's called Earthship Biotexture. And it's not just Airbnb because they have like, it's a neighborhood. People live out there too. It's really a really cool story. And they have like a video talking about it. And they do stuff all around the world, building houses and stuff. But I've been getting irritated with like eating out because I don't mind spending money if it's good. Like I'll spend money on a good meal eating out, but I get pissed off when we go out to eat and it's bad and it costs a lot. I mean, it's for 3 or 4 people going out, like it's easy $90 to $100 if you're having a sit down. We went to go get just drive-through breakfast the other morning on the way to the museum. The kids got a breakfast meal and replaced the hash browns with yogurt, 2 breakfast meals, and then I just got a yogurt. That was it. And it was 30 something dollars. I was like, are you freaking kidding me right now? Everybody's eating boiled eggs. Going home, we're eating boiled eggs and an apple. No, I didn't do that. But I'm just like, oh, I don't want to pay for bad food. Or if like you go get we ended up going to eat lunch after that. And I got a tomato soup and grilled cheese because I thought that sounds good. I'm like, just give me a can of Campbell's at home and I'll make my own grilled cheese. They didn't make it right. I feel like I'm just turning into this like grumpy, like, and I got a notice from the HOA. Everybody in the neighborhood has to like make sure their fences are stained and clean and whatever. So I knew it was coming because everybody's been complaining about it on Facebook. And so then the thing that got me though, I got the letter and then you flip it over on the back and they're like, oh, by the way, this is a company that we recommend, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, wink. I'm like, is it your brother-in-law or something? So I got like, no, I'm buying my own pressure washer because I got to pressure wash the fences and like then stain them. Like, it's not that hard, whatever, I can do it. So, because like if you pay somebody to come pressure wash your fences, it's going to cost. I'm like, might as well just buy my own pressure washer. So that's what I did. And my fence is like kind of broke. It's like the board that the hinge is on is like rotted out. And so I knew I needed a new board for that. And just this week, somebody posted on the neighborhood freebie site that they had all this lumber. I'm like, I want your lumber. Fix my fence. I'm gonna come fix my fence. Yeah. So anywho, grumpy. I'm not getting, I don't know. You can't eat too many allergies. Oh no. Yeah, it's just too much. But like when we went to Disney right before in the early December, and there's a restaurant there called the Cake Bake Shop that's just opened it's not in the park, so it's outside the Boardwalk Resort or something like that. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. The kids got, my eldest got gumbo, and my youngest got a shrimp po' boy, and then there was like, they love poutine. Okay, poutine's not my thing. No, thank you. But they had gumbo poutine. And so instead of the gravy, it was gumbo on top of the fries. I'm like, I'm in for that for sure. So that was really good. Yeah. Pays for itself. That's why I'm like, and then my son can take it and go like make some money pressure washing people's driveways or something. Who knows? It'll be fun to play with anyway. So all right. I guess I'm going to sign off. 38 minutes already. Okay. I hope you guys have a really great New Year's and be safe out there. And I will talk to you very soon. Bye, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me.